Good morning, everybody. Yesterday, well, let me back up. A few days ago on Marketplace, a fellow up in Hicksville, Ohio, had the lower portion, or the lower hood, we'll call it, which include, the lower part has these, and that's where when you mount or set the hood on there's some hardware somehow holds it. Well, I'm not sure, I gotta study up on that, but anyways, so when you open the hood, it hinges from here on both sides with the bumper in the middle below the grill there. And so as you know, I bought an LX178 back in, well, my first one I got from my uncle. I bought it back in, it must have been around June or maybe July that I bought it from my uncle, and it was missing the hood. Okay, then about a week or so ago, I ran onto an LX178 that a guy had, and he's asking $200 for it, and he said that there's leaking fuel from the top of the carburetor, so he ordered a new fuel pump and carburetor, and with the new fuel pump and new carburetor, it was still leaking fuel from the carburetor. And said he parked it, because it was leaking, the fuel was leaking down on the muffler, so he just parked it, and said he was push mowing his property, and then so he said that he listed it to get rid of it because it was in the way. He needed the rider out of his way. And I offered him $100 for the hood. And let me be more truthful on that. I had thought about asking or offering $100 for the hood, and rather than say, would you take $100 for the hood, what I did was I said, would you consider selling just the hood? Okay, so he said, nah, I ain't gonna sell just the hood. He goes, but what I will do is I'll sell you the whole unit for $100. Okay, and so out here I got it laying on top of, it's actually the unit that the hood come off of. But here, there's the lower section, and if you look, those pieces are broke off the end, and plus a big section on that side. And I took the grill off. That's what's on that other piece. But anyways, the guy in Hillsboro had one of these for $40. And I reached out to him, made arrangements to come today and get it. And because I had to work yesterday. Well, I got off of work early, and so I reached out to the guy, and I'm like, hey, would you be okay if I come today to get that hood? And he says, yeah, come on up. So away I went. And that piece goes in there. This one looks kind of broken as well, so I got to get that. And so we'll go back over here, and so he said this was a new section. This here is this plastic, clear plastic, like a protector, plastic protector on it. And I peeled some of it off. Over on this side, as you can see, it's still there. So I got to peel it off on this side as well. And the decal is a little boogered up, you know. And this top part is the hood off that other mower. It's got a little scrapes there. And here, some cracks. And what I'm gonna do, or attempt to do, I got a fellow YouTuber who he and I have, I suppose you could say we've become friends. And he lives down in Georgia, and he has a John Deere, and it's different than this one, but his hood, you know, he had a hood that was cracked, and what he did is he took some some cloth and put you know, he put some trying to remember what it was he used, some fiberglass resin, put some material over the crack, and then put the resin over the top, you know, fiberglassed over the top of it. And that's what I'm going to attempt to do with this. Now, like this part here, that would be tricky. And then this part, I probably won't even worry about that. It's here and over here, and then this piece, same way. It'd be tricky to fix that one. And I think there's this other one. Yeah, there's two. There's a lower one over on this side that well, it's kind of bonded there, but I gotta get all this lined up and then try to work that out. But I probably won't mess with that till summer. And I gotta find somewhere safe to put this, because I don't really want to put it back on the rider until after I get it repaired. Plus, after I get these pieces for the hood. And there's a little decal. I think they call it a running deer. It goes here, and I got to get a headlight lens. But I'm slowly getting it fixed up. And if you look real closely, right here, you can tell something used to be there. And I know what it was. There was a badge right there. It said V Twin. So I gotta find that badge, because I would love to have that. And then, get all that done. And I feel like I got something. Not a bad looking hood, just like that. I mean, to me, John Deere never should have come out with the plastic hoods. Yeah, with plastic you can make them rounded hoods, and when they're new, they look really cool. But man, they just don't hold up. All right. Y'all have a good one. Catch you later.